Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Walker from Proppy.co.nz and I'm here with Timpany from Proppy Management Limited. How are you, Anne?
I'm good, thank you.
It's a very exciting topic that we're talking about today, and it's about renting your home. So you must have just bought a house on Proppy.co.nz and now you're thinking about renting it out. And so I brought Anne along here to tell us some helpful tips about what to do when you're preparing your house for rental.
Yes, so buying a house is a very expensive exercise, and you're buying it as an investment, and therefore you want the return out of it. It's just like having a business. You want to make some kind of a return, and every choice that you make about that rental property is going to be integral to that return. So first of all, before you list a house available for rent, you need to think about a number of things. You need to think about the legislation behind rentals and what you need to do to make sure your house is compliant. So first and foremost, you need to make sure you have smoke alarms in place. You need to look at the Healthy Homes standards, which you can find on tenancy.co.nz.
The Healthy Homes standards, that's a new thing that's just sort of come in. What are the key points about that we need to be aware of?
So the Healthy Home Standards has been brought into place in 2019 and is a legal requirement for all domestic residential rental properties from July 2021. This has been brought in to ensure that homes for renters are healthy environments. So the main parts of this are heating, ventilation, dampness, and drainage. So what you need to do is have a look at the different areas that you can see online about this and make sure that the house is compliant in all of these areas. So for heating, for example, you need to make sure you have a source of heating in the main living area.
So like a heat pump or a log burner?
Yes, absolutely. And then for insulation, you need to make sure your house has got up-to-date insulation in both the ceiling and the floor.
And bonus if you've got them in the walls.
And bonus if you've got them in the walls. You have a very...
Not every house has that though, does it?
No.
So, it's very hard.
Be a very snug house then. You need to make sure that you have ventilation points in your house as well. So that's not just windows that can open, but in some cases it's also a fan in the bathroom, for example. So there's a number of little areas that need to be looked at, and the best thing to do is to get a Healthy Homes inspector to come out, assess your property, produce a report, and then go from there. And
how much is, in general, is one of those reports, is it expensive to get that done?
They tend to be around the 250, 275.
So that's not too bad.
No,
so that's good.
It's a legal requirement, so it's something that you have to do anyway.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And good to get it signed off by the right people.
Yes.
So a lot of people try and rent their house by themselves and, get themselves in all sorts of problems just to save themselves a few dollars. Have you got any tips for why you should not do this and why you should actually probably use a property manager instead to...
Yes, so I could talk about this a lot. I've written a blog about this that's gone online, but just to clear off the main points. First and foremost, you need to make sure that you get a quality tenant, a tenant that you can retain as well as, the ideal situation to reduce vacancy times. So that quality tenant needs to be vetted and things like that. So that can be, it could be a complicated process for people trying to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Another really important point that's been brought up with me is credit control. So if a rent falls into arrears, and you don't really feel comfortable about calling people and asking for money, then perhaps managing your own property isn't going to be something that you should do. You should perhaps get professional people that do that all the time to make sure that your rents are up to date. And there's things like legislation, keeping up with legislation. It's quite a task. Yeah, there's a lot of legislation.
Leave it to the experts, guys.
That's right, leave it to the experts.
All right, so thank you, Anne, for just coming along and chatting to us today. I know we covered a lot of topics today. If you want to speak to Anne directly, give her a call on
027 684 8842
or Anne at proppy.co.nz. Thanks so much, Anne.
Thank you.